Hello and welcome to Top Football News. So this weekend, Arsenal and Manchester United face off at the Emirates in what could prove to be one of the most pivotal games in both of these esteemed club seasons. These two teams come into this game off the back of two very different midweek results. Manchester United fans are still undoubtedly celebrating their amazing triumph against Paris Saint-Germain on what proved to be one of the most entertaining nights of European football for some time. Against all the odds and trailing 2-0 from the previous leg, a depleted Manchester United travelled to the Parc des Princes with seemingly no chance of beating one of the competition's favourites. But in what turned out to be one of the most exhilarating and frankly controversial climaxes to a last 16 tie in recent memory, Marcus Rashford managed to tuck away a late penalty after Presnel Kimpembe was deemed to have handled in the box following a VAR review. This remarkable turn of events secured Manchester United's place in the last eight of the Champions League, taking them through on away goals after a 3-3 aggregate draw. While Manchester United are flying high, Arsenal's spirits are slightly dampened coming into this one after suffering a 3-1 away defeat to Rennes in the last 16 of the Europa League. It all appeared to start well for the Gunners on the night after Alex Iwobi gave the travelling team an early lead, but it soon fell apart for Arsenal after Sokratis Papadopoulos' sending off for two bookable offences in the first half. By the end of hostilities, Arsenal would succumb to a disappointing 3-1 defeat, the misery further compounded by our own goal from Nacho Monreal. Now, looking ahead to this weekend, despite this loss from Arsenal, the North London side come into this game in relatively good form, winning 3 of their last 4 games, which included a resounding 5-1 victory over Bournemouth at the Emirates. Last time out, the Gunners were unlucky to only come away with a point after a tense North London derby which saw Aaron Ramsey appear and score in his last derby outing for the club. Manchester United, however, come into this one in magnificent form, winning 4 of their last 5 Premier League games, 3 of which were away wins against Crystal Palace, Fulham and Leicester. This Sunday proves to be an exhilarating affair in the race for the top 4, with the team separated by only a point, with Arsenal boasting slightly superior goal difference. So, who are the players we have to keep an eye out for this Sunday? Who can make the difference for either side in the latest chapter of this age-old rivalry? For Arsenal, we immediately have to look at the irrepressible Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who is the 3rd top scorer in the Premier League this year with 16 goals. The explosive pace and deft touch of Arsenal's talisman is sure to provide a headache for the back 4 of the travelling Red Devils, who will have to ensure he is kept quiet if they have any chance of heading back up north with all 3 points. Coming in a close second behind Aubameyang in terms of threat for Arsenal is the equally irrepressible Alexandre Lacazette, who is the 6th top scorer in the league this year with 12 goals. Lacazette has been in tremendous form of late, scoring in 3 of his last 4 outings for the Gunners. Again, Manchester United will have to make sure the 27-year-old Frenchman is kept quiet if United are to come away with a good result. One of Arsenal's in-form men at the minute could also have his own motivations for putting United to the sword this weekend. Former United man Henrik Mkhitaryan has been in wonderful form since his return from a substantial spell on the sidelines. The Armenian playmaker has notched up an impressive 2 goals and 3 assists in his last 3 Premier League outings, and I'm sure the United old boy will have his own point to prove when the two sides go head-to-head this Sunday. One player who can make a difference for Arsenal this weekend for all the wrong reasons is Lucas Torreira, who is ineligible to face United this weekend due to his sending off against Spurs last weekend. The tenacious midfielder has been a mainstay in the Arsenal team this season, and his absence is sure to be felt by Unai Emery this Sunday. When we look at who might be able to make the difference for United this Sunday, many of us needn't look further than the reinvigorated Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba's form has been nothing short of world-class since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer took over at the helm following Jose Mourinho's sacking. The dynamic midfielder has scored 8 goals in all competitions since Solskjaer took over, and the French World Cup winner's ability to unlock defences with a precision-perfect pass makes him a major threat to Arsenal this Sunday. Another player who seems to have found their feet under the new regime is one Romelu Lukaku. Initially under the change of management, it looked as if Lukaku had been somewhat frozen out as Solskjaer looked to prefer the pace of Rashford as opposed to the power of Lukaku. But in the last 3 games, Lukaku has shown why he was one of the world's most sought-after strikers just 2 years ago. In his last 3 outings, Lukaku has been a one-man show, scoring 3 braces in his last 3 games. An Arsenal defence that has at times been questioned about its solidity will be sure to be anxious to go up against the man machine that is Lukaku this Sunday. There are 3 returnees this Sunday who are sure to want to make a difference to proceedings. Manchester United will be bolstered by the return of Ander Herrera, Nemanja Matic and Anthony Martial. In a squad that has been blighted by injuries in recent weeks, the return of these 3 key players will surely be a relief to Manchester United fans. The explosive pace and crafty trickery of Martial will be sure to pose many questions down Arsenal's right-hand side, and as we have seen many times this season, the French international has the ability to change the game single-handedly this Sunday. Arguably more important than the return of Martial is the return of the midfield duo of Matic and Herrera, whose newly formed partnership under Solskjaer has been accredited as being one of the factors behind Paul Pogba's remarkable form in recent months. Being a team that is already riding sky high on confidence, the return of these three key players for this epic clash this weekend is sure to bolster the belief around the United camp that they are able to get the result this Sunday. Wherever you are this Sunday, make sure you are tuned in or making your way down to the Holloway Road ready for 4:30 p.m. because this is sure to be an epic matchup between two old rivals who know how much is staked on this game, which could have ramifications for the seasons of both clubs. Whoever emerges victorious this Sunday, I am sure we are going to be in for a real treat. Thank you for watching. Please remember to click the like button, share and subscribe. This is Top Football News. See you next time.